They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
That's it up. 180. Number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now a handoff here to his running back. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun, Trubisky rolling to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the whip.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Alert. Check out. Check out. Kill. Alert.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the draw. Under 10. 10. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. We want this.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Hey, Delta.
Shift.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53, Mike 53.
Throwing here, Trubisky.
You ain't going nowhere.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. These two teams all tied after one.
7-7.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a run with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, zoom.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You draw closer.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
That's nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Trubisky airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
180! 753! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now it's Trubisky. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
50 plant.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. Their own 8-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
7-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You don't want none. X3, 218, chopper. Smooth.
They'll look to throw here. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Give me that ball, defense. Hey, Delta. Give me that ball, defense. Right up.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Thomas. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Trubisky now 9 of 17 through the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
60 outlaw. Hey, you draw perfect.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's really tough.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short.
The Bears take over 1st down. At their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Cohen. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Ready? 70, Indy.
50,
80 weapon.
I'm going to run you over. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no.
Hey, exit.
Jack.
Now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And his throw's going to be incomplete. David Moore, the intended target. 3rd down here.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
55, 55, 36, 36.
Get it.
Here's Carson. And able to work his way down to the 16. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
61, matchbox, light. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Speed dribble.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw.
First down, Chicago.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check.
Let go.
On first down, Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Man.
We got double up.
On the ball.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out, and I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
Five. Now.
Operating from the gun. Patterson. Throw left side complete. That's McCarthy. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. This is Carson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Levante David in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Stiff-armed him. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.